Hello and welcome back. In the last episode, we got up to corporal rank. In this episode, we're actually going to continue the story. Let's see, not much happened in between episodes. Oh, there's stuff on my keyboard. Yeah. Oh. God damn it, I was hoping that would got rid of all of it. But no. No, I don't. There. No, I didn't even start the timer, did I? Nope. We have been keeping a close eye on the Garlean garrison, and it would seem that the Imperials have finally begun to mobilize. According to the reconnaissance reports that just came in, the squad seen leaving the Castorum are too few in number to effectively take and hold our position. They will likely mount a swift assault, focusing on the acquisition of resources. I have, of course, also shared this report with the Crystal Braves. They've decided to take to the field to meet their assault head-on. I have praised your fellow scions in the situation. I am heartened to know that they will be joining the effort. Pray report to Lieutenant Alini and lend your much welcome strength to the counteroffensive. If I sound a little bit different today, I have been trying to do some more work against my anxiety. That's actually one of the reasons why I even started this channel to begin with, was for school stuff and to work for on my anxiety, since I have somewhat bad anxiety. Not as bad as many, but it was bad enough that I don't really go outside or do anything, that type of stuff. Oh. I know it's not going to be voiced. Glad to have you with us, Edgar. As I'm sure Lieutenant Edston has explained, the Guardians have deployed a small force from Castro Materium. The main column soon assembles the north near Doloman's Talons. But we've also spied several squads attempting to conceal themselves on the approach to the west. They wish you to rush forth and commit to battle with the main column, leaving the detached forces free to raid the plant and pillaging supplies. Not much of a strategy, but they are disparate men. Captain Ilred. Greetings, Scion. I understand the commander bid you and your fellows come lend a hand to the Braves. With such mighty heroes at its disposal, the Fourth should have little trouble containing with aught the Guardians might throw at them. But even you cannot be everywhere at once. The Third was getting restless, holed up in Uldar, so I marched them out here to fill any holes in the plant's defenses, add the numbers to your counterattacks, and pillage the ceruleum as we please. The reinforcements are welcomed. We've enough soldiers now to divide our own forces and safely engage the enemy far beyond the walls. It would be best to avoid staging a battle anywhere near this much ceruleum. Let's take this fight to the Guardians. It was, of course, indeed. I shudder to think of the consequences should any of these storage tanks be exposed to fire. Anybody say fire? If there's no Egyptians, the Scion shall join the Fourth and give battle to this main column. Can't we just use barrels of ceruleum and throw them, and then set them on fire? You're with the Third then, Warrior of Light. Your job will be to intercept these squads hiding out in the west and prevent them from reaching the processing plant. And you're ready to proceed. Report to Lieutenant Uyuhas. His scouts should have a rough idea of where the Imperials have concealed themselves by now. What's it? Oh yeah. Cabbage. And then mount. Yeah, I've got back into playing Master Duels, and I've been using the I've actually been doing the online play stuff, but my anxiety for some reason has been flaring up on that. It didn't do it before when I used to play online, but now it is. Yeah, I've been doing that, trying to work on my anxiety for a little bit. All it really does is makes my heart run cold, which I don't know why it does that, but yeah. Pleased to be fighting at your side once more, Scion. Our operations invariably succeed when you arrive, and victories are wont to pay the road to greater coin. No, the disturbed force we've been sent to eliminate has split into smaller squads. The better to conceal themselves within the terrain hereabouts. I imagine we'll need to split ourselves as well as to cover more ground, and make sure we root out all these would-be raiders. As soon as your army onto itself, I'll assign you your own areas to scour clean of enemy soldiers. This will be a simple search and destroy. I'll rendezvous back here with the task when the task is done. Happy hunting, Scion. Thing is, I don't even have a fear of losing, because I expect to lose. Again, the deck that I use is a combination of Tunes and Relinquish, because that was actually, I think, my first starter deck back when the anime first started. So Tunes and Relinquish have always been my favorite archetypes. Even though they're not that good, because Relinquish relies on you to rely on your enemy's monsters, as well as being able to target them. So, for example, if you're playing Tunes, you can't do any of that because you can't target the enemy's Tunes with monsters effects. And then you have Tunes, which all you really gotta do for Tunes is have enough, like, hand traps for the search engine, i.e. the Tune bookmark or Tune table of contents, and then having being able to get rid of the main Tune Kingdom / Tune World, whatever they're running, which basically stops the deck in its tracks. And then what else? Yeah, and Banishment to get rid of that Tune bookmark, because they want the Tune bookmark in the graveyard, so they can banish it and protect their Tune Kingdom / Tune World, even though it doesn't protect against banishment, though, which is odd. But I have seen a lot of people, when I'm playing against them, they don't banish it for some reason, even though that's the correct play. They end up banishing something completely unrelated in my graveyard. And you think Call of the Grave would be, you know, used if I was using something from the grave, such as the Tune bookmark. You seem grim, Scion. I take that to mean that between us, more than a few Guardians would be making it back to the Castorium. Want to make it back to the Castorium. The Imperials, though, they certainly made us earn our pay. I would be a happy man if I never had to tussle with another of those Mechiticors. It is time we bid the Sword-Torn land farewell. I will contact the 4th and let Lieutenant Aline know the west is not clear. I would appreciate if you would do the same when you report to Lieutenant Elstein. Again, I guess I enjoy myself more with Magic than Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though Yu-Gi-Oh! Has, like I said, my favorite archetype being the Tunes. I haven't really... the only thing I really gravitate toward in Magic is blue and artifacts. Corporal Magic, your news of the Guardians. Their raiding parties are no more than excellent. The Imagina engineers would be most relieved to hear that the plant is no longer in any immediate danger. Thank you again for your assistance. And again, I guess the reason why I don't get anxiety from playing MMOs is because I grew up with WoW. So I guess that's part of the reason why I don't have problems with like guilds or guild-esque stuff. You must be anxious for word of your fellows. Lieutenant Aline has reported a sound victory over the main column and informs me that the Silence have already turned their attention to other duties. Oh, but one, that is. The Regardi lady with the large axe. Just appears she has chosen to remain at the site of the battle. I know not what task keeps her from returning to civilization, but North Levelin is no place to wander alone, even for a capable sort such as her. I would certainly feel better about things if you could check in on her before you continue on your way. I wonder how it would feel if I played Triple Triad in this game against other people. Would it have the same effect as when I play against other people in... Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, you're getting the poking right in the eye. You all get a poke in the eye. And a slice to the eye. You get. I guess I should have a different accent if I'm saying get. And again, I don't really do well with an orc accent.
Hold on, I won't be a second. The beast seemed peckish, so I gave it a taste of my axe.
Well, your axe does kind of look like it is made out of carapace and bone.
I know. As Urianger never tires of reminding me, an axe ill becometh the hand of a scholar. What can I say? I like axes. To hear my mother tell it, I came into this world holding one.
Now that I look at it, it more looks like it's molted metal.
And it's not as if it stopped me picking up a quill, is it? I often think of the man who introduced me to the joys of learning. He's one of the reasons I decided to come to Eorzea. Him and my excruciatingly stiff childhood friend. Considering how unalike we are, it's a wonder we ever got on. The world's a strange old place, isn't it? Aye, that ought to do it. So far, so good. At these concentrations, it shouldn't matter too much if something goes awry. Just enough ether to make it interesting. Did you see that? The way the crystal glowed? The siphon works, I'm happy to say. With a few refinements, it should satisfy our appetite for ether, which just leaves the small matter of forging our blade. I'm not sure how to go about it just yet, but I swear to find a way. I'll put a blade in your hands if it's the last thing I do.
I mean, the one's a perfectly good hilt.
He senses me. A useful talent.
Hanassian, are they onto us?
Just tases him.
By your brand, I see you are an Archon of Sharlayan. Keeper of knowledge, seeker of truth, meddler.
Here's the thing. Earlier with the red text, they would actually be speaking in their language. But now they just have the red text and they're talking in English.
I don't know what the hell's you're saying, but I don't much like your tone.
Your instincts serve you well. But come, be not unsettled on my account. That lovely brow was not made for frowns. But I waste my breath. Let me direct my words to one who understands them. We meet at last, warrior of light. I am Nabriales. And you have long been a thorn in my side. I suffered the overweening presence of La Habrea that men might host the power of gods, only for you to undo my hard work.
Oh, bugger.
Do settle down.
Hey a minute, does this mean he has a physical form? If Moonbrita can see him?
You must concede that I acted in self-defense. But what's this? I do not sense the blessing of light.
For one, you can't use that defense that you're acting in self-defense. Because, good sir, we are at war with you. There is no such thing as acting in self-defense within this war.
Oh dear. Could it be that frail Hydelin has forgotten her champion? This I did not foresee.
Wait a minute. Doesn't Minfilia also have the Blessing of Light?
Shorn of light as you are no longer a threat. And better yet, the seal is broken. Now is the time to claim the staff. With it in my grasp, I shall rise above them all and take my place at Lord Zodiac's right hand.
So I have to get the stick.
What did that bastard want with us?
But Minfilia has the Blessing of Light too. I thought every Echo user had one. Unless she somehow lost it.
Nabriales, he calls himself. With charm like that, I'll bet he has maidens falling at his feet. Unconscious. But this staff... You say just talking about it had the bastard grinning like a brat on his name day. Must be quite a staff. Oh, gods. He means Tupsimati, Master Louis Soir's staff. Minfilia's in danger. We have to get back to the Rising Stones.
Yeah, but he just teleported there, so how are we going to get there in time? Because first we have to channel our teleportation. First I have to select the look... Oh, for fuck's sake! And so you're getting poked in the eye with the mini blades! Oh no, not again. As I was saying, we have to open the map, select the location. You wanna know what? Minfilia is dead. Minfilia is just dead at this point. Channel the teleportation, and then proceed into the area. Well, you could just straight up just teleport into whatever they teleport to the back doors of darkness, and then just teleport their way there. And I think Minfilia is dead at this point. Also, we have to go through loading screens every time we go somewhere. I guess while this is loading, I can see if my recording's working. Yep. And somebody's got a Firebird. Elise over there has a quest for ultimate stuff, which I don't want to do. Ultimate, I can't remember. You're here. Most of our staff is kept in the solar, isn't it? Now, quickly now. And now, will it be voice acted? If it is, then what was the point of that scene?
You too.
So, you were able to divine my intent. What now, warrior of light? Ah, but that name is no longer fitting. You have become decidedly dull, and quite incapable of barring my entry.
What do you mean?
You truly do not know? Then I suppose it is only right that I enlighten you. The blessing of light kept you and your fellow meddlers safe. It was that which prevented my kind from entering your domain. My kind, I say, though it had no power over the likes of Elidibus and La Habrea. Being of this world, they could come and go as they please, while I could only look on. But I need look no longer. Now that the seal is gone, I mean to act. Unlike the others, I am not given to waiting. I shall take that staff and bring about the next rejoining.
Here's a thought. How about we destroy the staff? We can't have it, you can't have it either.
Rejoining? Then it was your doing. The Isle of Val, the scholars, all of it.
Oh, that's how you say it. Val. I always said it was Vale. Then again, there's no I. But
You will not harm her!
Oh, I thought he was gonna force choke her.
Moonbreeder!
Memphilia, the dagger! Shank him!
Why must you insist on forcing my hand? Did you learn nothing from our last meeting? Ah, but I forget. My words fall upon deaf ears.
The staff is but a broken relic, a memorial to the departed. What possible use could you have for it?
What use? You mean to say that all this time you kept the key, never knowing what it was you possessed?
You act like this isn't unusual for us. We keep things without knowing what the fuck they are. I mean, look at our bag.
The staff Tupsimati, or rather the stone tablet it bears, is host to a great power.
You mean half of the stone tablet?
Together with the horn, it can be used to draw vast quantities of ether from its bearer's surroundings.
Both of those are broken. How do they still function?
How else do you think Louis Soir was able to invoke the power of the 12 without making them an offering of crystals?
By sucking the land full, by sucking the land of its ether by using strategically placed rocks that he could channel through said stick.
Summoning requires not only prayer, but a profusion of ether. Even a child knows that.
Then again, I guess he could have just used the souls of the dead that were dying there and sucked the ether from their bodies to use the summoning.
If I did not know before, you may be certain I do now. But above all, I know that we cannot allow this staff to fall into your hands. I will die before I let you take it.
Insufferable woman. I would happily end your miserable life here and now. Alas, Elidibus would never let me hear the end of it. Very well. If you will not part with the staff, I will take you too.
Oh, bye, Memphilia. Why did he just leave a hole there?
After them! Quickly! Before the rift closes!
Why is the rift closing so slowly? How do you expect Edgar to fit through there? Huh? I don't remember this. I don't remember this at all. I thought the last one was the last, so let me just get comfortable here. There we go. Now, everybody's day is... Oh yeah, I remember, don't look up, or you'll see his undies. I've been debating what to do with my free time. Ever since I beat Hogwarts Legacy, I've just been debating, like, do I really want to go back to finish the content on it? Do I want to continue my Fire Emblem Engage? Because I'm almost done with the game. It's just that I've just been, you know, finding other things I wish to do. Because, in my own playthrough of this game, I almost have all of the, almost all the disciplines of hand up to 30. I have Goldsmith up to 80. I'm just waiting for, what are we at? 6.3. And I'm waiting for 6.35. Because they'll add a new beast tribe, which allows me to get that, that will make that a lot easier to level. I've gotten all my disciplines of land maxed out. I've gotten Dark Knight, Scholar, Arcanist, which that turns into Summoner, and Reaper to max level, and I've got Machinist to 60. Well, 67, almost 68. And everything except for Marauder is at their, like, at level 1 or 2, or at their at base level. The only reason why Marauder wasn't is because I used that to go back and do some low-level quests that I never finished. I just realized Edgar's stabbing this couch with his rapier. Is this gonna be a hole? Can I actually see? Yep. This couch is not sword-proof. Sword-proof. Then again, I guess... I wonder what an axe-wielding mage user would look like. Because Red Mage is a rapier-wielding magic class. I guess Dreadfighter would be the closest, because Dreadfighters use axe, swords, magic. As you're playing Fates, then you use, I don't know, I don't think they use axes in Fate. I think they use, I know they use kunai in Fate, but I also don't remember if they use magic in Fates. Let's see. There's a whole bunch of magic sword wielding classes. Let's see, there's the Rune Knight. Let's see, what was the other one? I guess you could technically count Void Knight from Final Fantasy Origins, because he technically absorbs the other's magic and uses it back at him, kind of like a blue mage. Let's see. There's also the Sword Singer. That's it. That's another one, which is in D&D. It used to be elf exclusive. But I think, I think it's like there's this cauldron. They made a Sword Singer into any race could use it. Let's see, what else is there? I know there's a Sword Mage in Dragon Quest Origin, not Dragon Quest Origin, Dragon Age Origins, because that was the one of the mages. When I played a mage in that, I used that. Let's see, what was it that I did for Dragon Age? I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, I went Warrior, Mage. I did Mage in Origins, Warrior in Origins, Warrior in 2, and Mage in Inquisition. I would play as the Sword Mage class in Inquisition. I don't think it was in 2 for Mage. I tried playing Mage. My very first playthrough 2 did not end well, because I just spread my stats everywhere. Okay. What other magic wielder? I know mages in D&D can generally just use daggers anyway. Same with quarterstaffs and stuff. I guess they can use hand axes too. Let's see. I'm trying to think of a dumb weapon that mages can use. I think I've seen them use. I guess technically mages can use explosive barrels. Since that was my favorite spell in Hogwarts Legacy. The transmogrification. Still my favorite spell in that game. Just transform somebody into an explosive barrel and throw it at someone. I like throwing things at people in the game. I thought that thing that was on the paper was one of those spells. Room service. Let's see, what other, Oh, this is going to take a while. Actually, let's see. Okay, that scared me. I wasn't expecting it to pop at all. I was expecting to wait here longer. And longer. Yeah, like I said, that gave me a heart attack. I don't even remember this fight. Oh. His mask is a pyramid with eyes with a upside down pyramid on the head. Ow. Oh, Edgar's all alone again. Oh, hi, Memphilia. Oh, is that all just Edgar's head?
You're safe. Thank the 12.
For now. Oh, so he did have a physical body. Throw the Pokeball! Why did you do that here and not back in the other place?
You may have bested me this day, but what of the next? What of all the days to come?
Oh, there goes his body.
Remember, light no longer holds sway here. I may return whensoever I wish, again and again and again. Eventually, you will falter, and the staff will be mine. Until next time, Scions.
Throw the Pokeball. Do it.
There will be no next time. This is the end.
Just destroys the staff with the Pokeball.
What trickery is this?
It's called a Pokeball. Well, I guess an Ascian Ball.
No! Cannot! No!
It's the Ass Ball.
Use Tube Samati to gather ether. Quickly, before he breaks free.
Oh, I guess as we see if it actually works when it's broken or not. Because both stones are broken.
Concentrate. Call to mind the time you struck down La Habrea with the Blade of Light. Why won't it work? Is it because we lack the blessing of light?
That shouldn't really matter.
Damn it. So much ether. And it still isn't enough.
Fools! No mortal prison can contain me! I shall make you pay for your insolence!
Well, it's not really mortal. It's just a rock that we found that absorbs ether.
Please, Mother Heidelin, hearken to our plea. Lend us your divine light.
She's currently on holiday.
Why can you not hear us? Do our words no longer reach you?
If only we had a bit more ether.
You're already having that wand in your hand. Why don't we just use that? So that was the entire point of using that.
Moonbreeder, what are you doing?
Master Louisoix, I understand now. The choice you made in death. There is life. Farewell, Urianger. You damned old coot.
Moonbreeder, no! You mustn't!
What? No! It cannot end! I am eternal! I am immortal!
Edgar.
Moonbreeder. She's gone.
I guess we were using that the staff.
You did it, my friend. The Ascian is dead.
I don't know why, but I thought that was smaller.
This device is a legacy of Moonbreeder's toils and sacrifice. I shall hold on to it for safekeeping.
Minfilia, are you all right?
I am.
Oh, we were surveying northern Thanalan when we received the distress call. We returned as swiftly as we were able.
It seems you have everything in hand, however.
What happened here? Where is Moonbreeder?
She gave her life to temper the Blade of Light. I have no words.
Rather than await the inevitable, she took her fate into her own hands.
Oh, wait a minute, I just realized the ball is our crystal's gone. How are you? Does that mean we have to make more if we want to do that again?
Does Ariange know?
It literally just happened. And I guess he knows now.
My friend, there is something I must tell you.
I heard all, my lady. The moon sinketh, taking her leave of the heavens. Yet her passing heraldeth the coming of a new day. Moonbreeder hath fulfilled her destiny, hath she not? Long ago, far across the seas in the Charlayan motherland, Moonbreeder and I did study under the sage tutelage of Master Louisoix. Full oft did he impress upon us that knowledge existeth to serve the greater good. This sentiment, however, was contrary to the nation's policy of neutrality, which censured intercedence in the affairs of foreign lands. In spite of vehement opposition, he founded the Circle of Knowing, and journeyed hitherto the heart of Eorzea. Through his noble sacrifice was the realm spared its doom. Yet this great soul, whom all should rightly have honored, was branded a pariah in his own land. His peers did accuse him of forsaking his duty as a man of learning, and of meddling in the course of history. When he left Charlayan behind, Master Louisoix gave no word to signal his intent to Moonbreeder. Close as they were, as master and disciple, she was deeply wounded by the sudden exclusion from his confidence. Above all, however, she was confused. Try as she might, she could ill comprehend her master's motive. The slanders that were heaped upon him after his passing served only to inflame the turmoil within her. For years upon end, she knew not what to believe. Torn as she was twixt the man whom she revered and the man who forsook her and his duty both.
The Louisoix I knew would never forsake his duty, much less one of his own.
This I know full well, my lady. 'Twas not for want of love that Master Louis Soir hid his intent. He but desired that Moonbreeder discover her own path, free of the shadow of his influence. Long did I contemplate revealing the truth to her, and long did I hold my peace. After all, was it not Master Louis Soir's wish that she come to the truth unaided? I told myself it was, and resolved to let her suffer. Knowingly did I deny my friend the comfort she craved. And now she hath gone to her rest, with doubt still in her heart. Speakest thou in earnest? Did Moonbreeder truly come to understand Master Louis Soir's will before the end? The realization hath set her free. She may now find the peace which hath for so long eluded her. Oh, Moonbreeder, my dearest, how I shall miss thee.
Moonbreeder gave her life that we might possess the means to defeat the Ascians. Her sacrifice must not be in vain. Let us continue her work on the Blade of Ether and see it to completion.
My lady, I would mourn Moonbreeder in mine own way. I beg your permission to return to the Waking Sands.
Of course, my friend. Take all the time you require. We shall be here should you have need of us.
That's when he goes and beats the shit out of Bahamut. Never have I seen Orionje so utterly defeated. No one should be made to suffer such grief. We shall gather in the Charlian Manor in celebration of Moonbreeder's life and mourn her passing. But Edgar don't know how to do that. Yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I'll see you all in the next.